Psychology tips I learned at Harvard that make you more successful. If you guys know me, you know I'm an econ and global health major, but I love psych and I've taken so many fun psych classes at Harvard, so let's get into it. Number one, classic behavioralism. We are motivated by rewards, okay? We love a reward system, and this also goes, I guess, for punishments. So what that means is that when you are catering and creating your work schedule, you want to implement rewards. And same thing with like when you're setting goals. Every time when you make a goal list or you are making a to-do list and you're sitting down to work, you want to implement a reward right after because you want to create this like habitual loop in your head where it's like you do something hard and then you're rewarded with it. So you literally need to treat yourself like you're a dog. To take it to the most extreme measures, sometimes I will be like, I have to finish writing 4 pages of this essay and then I can pee. It just really makes you lock in and also excited about the reward that you have at the end of whatever hard, difficult thing you're doing. Number 2, salience matters. What this means is because our brains are cognitively limited and we have all these like heuristics to help our brain work less, we pay attention most to what is most visible. This means that when you are making your goal lists, you can see like my vision board, it's the like laptop screensaver, and my physical vision board, I always put it right above my bed, so when I wake up, it's the first thing that I see. By keeping your goals visible, you are making sure that you are reminded every day what you are working towards. Number 3, we care about social norms. Unfortunately, we are social creatures, we care about what other people think, so knowing that, you can utilize this to your advantage. First of all, what this means is like you can choose to study with other people, and then you guys can have like a competition where it's like whoever breaks first and like checks their phone or like kind of unlocks out of that productivity mindset is shamed. I love making like vision boards with my friends, and we always like compare our goals and like things that we've done throughout the year afterwards, and so it can like kind of push you in that competitive mindset to really work hard towards what you want to achieve because you want to look good in front of the presence of like other people. Number 4, there's something called the new start effect, which basically talks about how we are just, as humans, more likely to actually set and achieve the goals that we set when we do it around like a new start date. So obviously, New Year's resolutions, they're more likely to be accomplished when you do it on the new year rather than like randomly deciding to make resolutions in the middle of the year because we're tied to like that time differentiator of starting a new year. That means that you should set goals every like start of the semester, or if you're switching to a new school, like just some time period where it like marks like a transition for you. Or like, for instance, I'll start this goal on Monday. 5, this is like a little bit complicated, but essentially humans make intertemporal decisions and we have present bias, which means we always value things that presently bring us happiness and whatever we perceive to be like utility compared to like long-term thinking in the future. So naturally, like when it comes to the gym, we're like, oh, like I would rather just sit in my bed and like eat my chips and like tomorrow I'll go to the gym. But then tomorrow rolls around and you do the same thing. You're like, oh, like I really want to sit in my bed and eat chips or watch Netflix, so I'll go to the gym tomorrow, you know? And it like continues on because you think that your future self is gonna like hold your present self to different standards, but the truth is you don't. Same thing with like a lot of people like scroll on social media because they're like, oh, presently like this brings me more happiness, versus like obviously they're gonna procrastinate writing an essay, which long term has better gains, but it takes longer to actually see those come to fruition, whereas you get immediate reward and dopamine with like just scrolling on TikTok. So it's easier to like prioritize TikTok right now versus, you know, wanting to go study. So what you need to do is create commitment devices. So for instance, if you know that like you're not going to get up and go to the gym, you buy a really expensive gym membership, so then maybe you either get like auto reminders of how much you're spending on it or something like that where it like holds you accountable to going because you already paid for it. When it comes to studying, this might be again a little extreme, but I just want to give examples. Let's say like you want to finish a problem set that's going to take you 4 hours and whatever, you just like have been procrastinating it and it's due tomorrow. So you could have your friend take away your credit card and they can't give it back to you, aka you can't spend until you finish that problem set. I think this is number 6, but loss aversion is a real thing. So people are more motivated to avoid losses rather than actually get gains. So what this means is that anytime that you're trying to set and achieve a goal, or you're trying to, again, work and study for like long periods of time, you want to give yourself a punishment or like take away something rather than maybe giving yourself something. So as, again, an extreme example, maybe like you give yourself $20, you go buy some snacks and coffee, and you sit down and you work. And like if you don't get all the work you need to get done in that amount of time done, like you have to pay somebody else $20 or give somebody else the food and snacks that you bought. Lastly, if you want to actually like create real change in your life, you want to turn an action into a habit and like make it an automatic process. So like in your mind, you have system 1, system 2. Okay, system 1 is like your automatic like thinking, like just automatic, instinctual, fast, whatever kind of reaction to something. So it's like you touch a stove, you immediately take your hand off, obviously, because your brain is like, hello, that's hot. System 2 is more analytical, deliberate, it's like deeper thinking. So when you start a new action that is something like dieting or going to the gym, and like that's something that you're not used to, but you want to implement in your new routine, you're using system 2 thinking because your brain's like, oh, like, okay, this is something new, like I need to get used to it, you know? You want to like switch it over and do it so many times that it becomes system 1, like it becomes a habit. So something that's helpful is like cues. So as an example, something I really want to get more into is like reading and journaling before bed instead of immediately like scrolling on TikTok. So my cue is like immediately after I brush my teeth, I pull out my book. So then it's like the brushing my teeth thing is like obviously habitual, and then it leads into my next habit that I'm trying to implement, which is like journaling before bed or reading before bed. I also like put it in my Gcals too, so it's like scheduled out and timed out, so then every day like I have a notification on my phone that's like 10 minutes before you're supposed to read. And this way, the more I do it and the more times I get used to it, it's like now like an automatic, like I have a book immediately out right after I brush my teeth, because it's like I do that without thinking anymore. Remember that persistence and consistency is key. Bye guys, hope this is helpful.